What's good? It's your boy DJ Delz. We got the one and only Psycho Boy Fodder in the building, man. What is good,
What's happening, bro? How are you?
I'm good, man.
Good, man. Thanks for making the trip out, man.
Of course. No, this is way overdue. This man right here used to rap, or he probably still
Many
rap.
moons ago. Yeah. Many moons ago. I haven't done nothing since probably 2012. I think that's when I kind of slowed down and got out of it. Man, it just, man, the music game is crazy, right? But when you first start doing it, you love it.
Yeah.
And then when you actually start doing stuff in the business, it becomes a job, right? So before you know it, it's like you're at South by Southwest, you're at the AC3 festival, you're doing all these things, man. And just so much of your just time and just everything revolves around it, kind of like any job,
Yeah.
But just the politics of the music business is crazy, When I first started coming up in the music business, that was, mixtapes were real heavy. You got Big Mike and DJ K-Slay
And DJ Delz.
and DJ Delz, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, we got everybody in the game that's partaking in it. But at that point in time, you started seeing like the physical mixtapes dwindle down when you got like Dat Piff and live mixtapes, and the blogs started becoming real prevalent. And that's where my steam kind of picked up, right? Because I kind of caught the internet wave early. And I was just sending my stuff out to all the blogs, and then when your stuff's on all the blogs for free, that's when all the DJs start taking your stuff and they start pumping it out, and next thing you know, you're on like 50 mixtapes on Dat Piff and everything else.
Yo, the blog movement was huge. Like Nah Right, On Smash, remember all the blogs?
Sermons Domain.
Shout out to that guy. Yeah, he was cool too.
He kind of helped me early on. Like he was one of the first blogs that started posting my stuff, so
incredible.
Yeah, shout out to Sermon, man. I think he's out in Seattle.
Yeah, man, because I would distribute like music for a lot of artists I was dealing with, like Max B and French Montana.
Me and French got a joint together.
Really?
Yeah, me and French got a joint.
And we could listen to that on YouTube?
YouTube, Dat Piff, whatever, yeah.
And what is your rap name? It's Low Key, right?
Low Keys, yeah.
Low Keys, all right. With an S or a Z?
With an S.
Okay, we're gonna put the link to that song with French Montana. And Montana got a new song right now with Kanye and Westside Gun, so check that out too. That's my boy right there, my homeboy. All right, so you're doing the rap thing, and now you go into wrestling, right? And you've only been wrestling for how many years?
Like working matches and shows, like 3.5, 4, something like that, somewhere around there. I mean, I always was a big fan of wrestling. Even before I ever got into doing music, I was a fan of wrestling. So when I was younger, like, my art teacher was a guy named Dustin Massey, and he worked under the name Laz. And he did a bunch of like shots of TNA, and he was my middle school art teacher, right?
That's so
So
cool.
he was kind of putting me on, like when I was in like 6th, 7th grade, he was telling me about like indie wrestling and like all of this, and like there used to be like a bar in Raleigh, it was called King's Bar. So my old man used to take me to there, like you had to be like 21 to get in, but they would let me in, my old man would bring me in, and I got to watch wrestling, and dude, that's where I saw all the guys like, Shane Helms and Shannon Moore and CW and Lodi.
Great people too.
I mean, I got pictures of me and CW Anderson when I was like 12.
Really?
Yeah. I got pictures of me and Lodi when I was like 12, so
Incredible.
And it's crazy, right? Because like, Lodi kind of helped train me. So that whole thing kind of came full circle, but like I kind of got out of wrestling for a little bit, and then I got into doing the music, and then after I kind of stopped doing the music, I got into just doing like bodybuilding shows. So I just became like obsessed with the gym, doing shows. And one day I was in a gym that I never go to, and they got those like little TV advertisement things. And I just saw this thing. It was like, do you want to be a pro wrestler? And I was like, oh man, like, if I'm ever going to do it, I should just give it a try, right?
Why not, right?
And like when you're doing bodybuilding, you just lifting weights and you just become real stiff. And I just thought to myself, like, man, maybe I can just try this, like, just like as a hobby. Maybe it'll help me like be looser and like more athletic, and yada yada yada. And I started going to the school, and dude, like before I knew it, it was just like EC3 is a good friend of mine, a mentor. He kind of helped train me, gave me a lot of opportunities early on.
Great guy.
Yeah, and he just called me one day. It was like on like a Wednesday, and he was like, hey, like I'm doing this thing. This was like right after he got released from WWE, he's like, I'm doing this thing, and you know, it's gonna be kind of like a cinematic wrestling thing. And like, mind you, like I'd never even done a match in front of a crowd during this time because it was like COVID times, right?
Yeah.
So he was like, I was thinking like maybe you could come like be the guy like I'm fighting it or whatever. He was like, because I need somebody. He's like, I think he was doing stuff with. He was getting ready to start doing some stuff with Impact again.
Yeah.
And that's what they used it on, was on Impact. And he just kind of came to me and was like, yo, I just need somebody that like nobody knows that just looks like super badass, you know? So we did that, and like before you know it, like everything just kind of like took off from there.
That's
know?
incredible,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
It was Control Your Narrative, right?
Yeah. Like, so we did all the Control Your Narrative, like they're kind of like wrestling films. Like we would film the matches.
Almost like what Matt Hardy would do, kind of. Not like what he would do, but like the cinematic type of vibes.
Yeah. And like, but like with the CYN stuff, like what we were doing is like we would do the match like a normal match, like you would do in front of a crowd, but they would just shoot it like in a cinematic style. So like all the matches were like done like one take matches like you would do on any show.
Yes.
And then, but the only difference was like they had a cameraman in the ring, so you just kind of had to tell the cameraman like what spot you were running, so he wouldn't get in the way. And just like those had like Cardona and like Seidel and Moose, and you know that's where I kind of met like a lot of like TV wrestlers like right off the bat. And just like we did like the first one, and then like we did like the one with Adam or Braun Strowman.
Yep.
And then like right after that we did like the run-in on the Ring of Honor, the Final Battle pay-per-view. And then right after that, like I was doing like some shots like with AEW. You know, I had done, you know, 4 or 5 shots with like AEW. And then Ricky Morton called me. I worked Ricky Morton on an indie, and me and him just kind of hit it off. And man, he's given me so many opportunities, like just stuff I never asked him to do. Like he just did it on his own, you know. He was just like,
he's really an amazing human being.
yeah, both him and his son Kerry, man.
Shout out to Kerry, man. Good friend of mine.
And Ricky just called me one day and was like, yo, I think you should be wrestling on TV. I think you should wrestle for NWA. He was like, can you come on like Monday? He was like, we're doing some tapings in Nashville. And I went up there, and they gave me like a dark match or whatever, and then they ended up airing like my dark match like on TV on the.
Oh, they were that impressed.
Like right off the bat, like I did the
great.
first match. I worked a guy named Joe Ocasio. Shout out to Joe Ocasio, he's a very good wrestler, and me and him just had good chemistry in the ring, and the match was really good. And afterwards, like Pat Kenny and Billy Corgan, everybody came up and they were like, hey man, we want to use you going forward. And that's kind of how I ended up on NWA programming as like a main guy on their programming.
That's great. Shout out to Pat too, man. Eddie Van Halen, if you watch it, man, he's a character.
What up?
So what's up with these tattoos, man? You got a lot of cool tattoos here, man. Is there anything that you could share?
Yeah, so like this is like what I call like, this is my bad arm, and then this is my good arm, right?
Oh, okay.
So, you know, I got like, you know, Jesus, you know, died for our sins. You know, I got Mary, you know, Mother of God. I got the year I was born, my family name, my mom, my grandma, my sister, you know, praying hands, you know, just all things that are good. And then on this side, it's like all things that are bad. Like, you know, got the Ben Frank with the cream, you know, cash rules everything around me. You know, this right here, I have to pull this up a little bit, but this is like the heaven or hell, you know what I mean?
Oh, wow.
You know, life's all about choices,
yes,
right? So,
yes.
You know, we can take many different paths. You know, there's a lot of temptation out there.
Yes,
right?
there is, especially with entertainment.
Yeah, I mean, and that's kind of how, like, when I was just getting tattoos and everything, I just tried to kind of encompass, like, you know, what my life was, right?
Yes.
Like, my life has always been, at least up until this point, like, now, you know, obviously I'm getting a little bit older now, and, you know, you get maturity and everything else about you. But, you know, there's a lot of good and a lot of bad. You know? Like with everybody, I think.
Yeah, you got the devil and the angel.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah, exactly.
And it's a battle at times.
Yeah.
Doing the right things sometimes in life. I think everyone that's watching can, you know, agree with that. So
it's very relatable, right?
Yeah, it is. I mean, I noticed that. That's why I was like, you know, we got to talk about that. So music-wise, like, what kind of music? Clearly, you love hip hop. Is that your go-to always, or?
Yeah, I think, yeah, and like '90s alternative. alternative.
Like
you know?
Nirvana, Soundgarden,
or-
Pearl Jam, stuff like that.
Stuff like that, but like, you know, also like Matchbox 20,
Okay.
I like Wallflowers, you know, I like Dave Matthews Band.
Oh, yeah, they're
I mean,
amazing.
you know, just like I listen, if you were to listen to what I was listening to when I'm working out in the gym, you might get Madonna, you might get, like I said, like Matchbox 20, you might get Third Eye Blind,
Yeah.
then you might get Tupac, you know, you might get DMX, you might get French Montana, you know, I mean, I can enjoy, and I like so many different genres of music, because I'm just a music fan in general.
And I think that with me, listening to just one genre of music, you can't get the same feel from a hip hop record.
No, not at all.
Like a Third Eye Blind record, or even like a
Exactly.
Metallica record.
If I'm riding and I feel like, man, like, you know, I wanna like stunt, you know, I might put on some Jay-Z or like, you know, some Biggie or something like that, and you get that vibe, you know, when you're listening to it. But if you just like chilling, I might just be like, man, like maybe I wanna, like, if it's 10 o'clock at night, I might wanna listen to the Isley Brothers, you know?
Facts.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
So
you get
just
your
get that
little
late night vibe.
Late night pimping vibe, you know, laid back.
Exactly, man.
Biggie or Tupac?
Biggie.
Okay, now let's go here with it.
I'm from the East Coast, man.
Yeah,
so,
yeah,
you know,
yeah,
I rock with Biggie.
Let's go here now. Tupac or DMX? It's been a very big debate lately online.
I think I would probably have to lean towards Tupac because he's just got such a bigger catalog of just a bigger body of work. But that's not to take anything away from DMX though, because DMX is a legend. Yeah.
Facts. Rest in peace to those two.
Rest
also,
in peace, DMX.
better rap group, Wu-Tang Clan or NWA?
Wu-Tang Clan.
Yeah.
For straight lyrical music,
incredible.
Wu-Tang Clan, but for movement and historical purposes, NWA.
All right. Who's your favorite member of Wu-Tang Clan?
RZA.
RZA?
Yeah, all day.
Bobby Digital.
Yeah, I mean, but you can't take away. I mean, you know, probably everybody would say Raekwon, right? But like RZA contributed so much to the group. You know,
Did you see the documentary, the Hulu? They had like a Hulu TV show. You have to watch it.
it's just all on RZA.
It's all on the birth of Wu-Tang.
Oh,
and they
okay,
have
just on
actors.
Wu-Tang itself.
It's like
Yeah,
a TV show. I'm gonna remind you.
Yeah,
about
let me
that.
know. Send that to me,
You
and I'll
gotta
definitely
watch
check
it.
it
It's on
out.
Hulu. So let's talk about sneakers, because on your Instagram, I noticed you got some fresh boots on, or you're wearing crazy Air Maxes like Sean Weatherspoon Air Maxes.
Yeah. I mean, I got a plug that can get me like whatever on the sneakers.
Okay.
I don't go crazy, you know. I mean, when I was in my like early 20s, maybe even up into like 30, 31, you know, I always had that mindset, right, that you know, you had to be wearing like the absolute flyest shit, right?
Facts.
There can be no like every outfit's got to be a one-time wear.
Yeah.
Right? You can't be caught dead in the same outfit if you've been photographed in that outfit.
100%.
You know, and that's just, I mean, it's hard to explain that to somebody that just wear whatever, right?
Yeah, they don't give a damn about it.
But man, if you into getting fly and showing off fly sneakers and fly clothes, man, every outfit is a one-time wear. Maybe you can get away with it twice if you going somewhere and you ain't gonna be photographed in it, you know. But I mean, most outfits are one-time wears, man. And you know, I love like Louboutins, man. You know, when they first started making like the kicks, like with the spikes on them.
Oh,
and
yeah,
all that.
yeah.
Super fly.
Yeah,
shit,
the red
man.
bottom with the spikes on top.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, that was a wave.
Yeah, big time. But man, I just seen I seen so many styles of clothes come in. Like, bro, I never knew what Ed Hardy was, or like was Christian Audigier, or not until like Jones and them started wearing that shit. You know, like Cam and Jim Jones and all them when they started wearing that stuff, and you know, then I kind of like.
That's crazy you say that, because it's the same thing with me. But it was the rapper that they had signed, Max B.
Yo, I love Max B.
Yeah,
I love Max
Free
B.
Max B. We've done so much work together. That's my bro, and he's supposed to be coming home hopefully by next year. So let's hope that
Free
happens.
Max B. We love Max B.
Yes.
Yo, his mixtape with Who Gives, one of the best mixtapes that ever came out.
Yeah, and you got to check out the Jacket for Beats with me and Max. It's unbelievable. But yeah, I remember him wearing Ed Hardy, and then I'd see everyone from Dipset wearing it. So I totally get what you're saying back during that time, man.
But it's just, you know, like all like fashion trends, like kind of come from New York, right?
Especially Harlem.
Harlem, you know what I mean? So like everybody that I think about like in Harlem, you know, that's all about getting fly. Bro, you get fly, you know, like I think about guys like Smoke DZA.
Yeah.
You know, when Smoke
wavy.
DZA was on like the Polo, the Ralph Lauren, like real heavy, you know. You know, so just bro, like everything, like Pelle leathers, just
Oh my God, you're bringing it back,
bro.
man.
Like just all that shit came out of New York, you know. So like when I was bro, you remember the fucking the Al Wassam jackets?
Yeah.
Bro, I had an Al Wassam, the Scarface joint.
Damn, you bringing me back, bro.
Way back, bro. Like I can go way back. Like
Yeah.
the Al Wassam joints, you could get them. You know, they had the Scarface joint like with the regular stitching, and then they had the joint with the multicolor stitching.
Yeah.
Just crazy fly shit,
Bonkers.
man. Yeah. But as far as like now, like shoes and shit, like I try to just buy shit I like, and you know, and not go super duper crazy with just like getting every drop that comes out, you know, because it's like when you doing it like that and you buying like 3, 4, 5, 6 pairs of sneakers a month, man, like you can't even go enough places to wear all this shit.
No,
you know?
and then they taking up space.
My
in your
closet
place.
right now is dead ass. If you walk in my closet, like I just got boxes like up to here, like all the way around my closet. And I thought, you know, I was in there the other day and I was just looking. I was like, shit, man, I should just get rid of some of this shit. Like, you know, I bought those Jordan 6s, those Gatorade joints.
Yeah, oh yeah, there's
never worn, yo. I still haven't worn them to this day.
You get
man.
the white and orange ones or the green
I got the
ones?
green and orange ones.
Yeah,
man.
the heavy suede on it.
They came with like the Gatorade bottle and all that.
Yeah.
I mean, man, I had them joints, man. Just I never even wore them. You know what I mean? So it's just like they there and you got them and they sit in your closet, but it's like for what? You know?
Exactly. That's my problem now. And then if you don't wear them, they fall apart on you.
Then they fall apart. Yeah.
And then
man.
you're like, why did I even buy these things?
I just had it to say I got it.
Yeah.
You know. So I'm trying to scale that way back.
Yes.
Because you know, in time, you know, it's just wasted bread.
What's your favorite Jordan number?
I mean, 3s, 12s, 11s. And you know, I like the Spizike ones too.
Yeah, you know
the original ones.
They went too crazy with all these wacky
Talking about the very first one, the Mars joints.
Yes,
them joints, man. Send me a message. I'm gonna post some joints up on my story. You know what I mean?
So they just released these. They switched it up, right? These or the reimagined black cements. Remember, they used to have nubuck. Now they did leather on it.
Yeah.
You like it with the leather more, or you think they should have kept it OG?
OG. Man.
OG.
Yeah. You can't. I mean, you know, like with the, I don't even know what they call it, but it's like the grain or the cow print or whatever.
It's like a tumble leather.
Yeah. Man, it's hard to get. These ain't bad by no means. You know, I mean, they fly kicks. You can get fly in them all day long, but. You know, like when Jordan started doing too many variants, like too many color variants. You know,
just like the Spizike, they killed that shoe. Because it was popular when it first came out.
When it first dropped,
it was dope.
had to have them. You know, I'll tell you another pair of kicks that I had way back though. I had those Converse Dennis Rodmans.
Oh wow!
I wish I could get them joints again.
Yeah.
You know, because they were just black, white, and red. But I just remember like I had to have the Dennis Rodman shoes.
Yeah. Then you had the Nike ones too.
Yeah.
The worms.
Them joints. Damn, yo. I'm trying to think of like some super throwbacks. Yo, what's the Nike joints? They red with the yellow laces. Shit, man. If I find them, we'll link them in the description.
100%, man.
Yeah.
Well, listen, he got a big match tonight. I don't want to keep him too long, but man, it was really great talking.
Yo,
to
DJ
you,
Delz,
man.
let me tell you something right here. Hottest mixtape DJ right here, DJ Delz. You know how we roll. Psycho Boy Fodder, DJ Delz. We out.
What's your handles on Instagram and
Yo, follow me at LOKEYS910. That's Twitter, Instagram, Threads.
YouTube too, right? You're on YouTube?
YouTube.com is youtube.com/Psycho Boy Fodder, or just type in Psycho Boy Fodder Wrestling on YouTube and you'll get all the free matches that you want. I got tons of matches.
Where'd your wrestling name come from? I gotta ask you that.
EC3, you know, when they did it was kind of like a rib. You know, fodder is like, because you know in the joint I was kind of like just bumping around for him. When they did the credits, they had like my like a video like of me, and it said like the Fodder.
Oh, okay.
Because I was kind of like food for EC3, like doing his thing or whatever. And then we just took that, and EC3 was like, "Yo, man, that should just be your wrestler name. We just call you like fucking Psycho Boy Fodder."
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
And at first I was like, I don't know. And then man, it just worked. It just worked, man. Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
you got a lot of energy in that ring, man. I'm looking forward to
I do a lot of
that
shit
show.
talking, man.
Yeah, you
So,
do. Yeah,
you know.
you got to know your character's crazy, man.
Yo, man, all the time, man. Thank you for sitting down with
Yes,
me,
sir.
bro, and inviting me on the show, man.
Of course, it's been long overdue. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Watch more here at the Delz Show and the Sneaker Addict is going to be on both of them. Peace and love, guys. Yeah.
We out.